Hello guys. I was meant to drop this earlier than this, but I just had a lot of ups and downs towards this weekend that's really messed up, and I couldn't drop early. Without any further delay, let's just dive right into it. And like you guys know how I do it, I usually start from the 1 week time frame and I mark my weekly highs and lows. So from the 1 week time frame now, what do we see? We could even see this FVG that we spoke about from last week, that I dropped on the channel, and how price tapped into it and reacted so beautifully. What I'm expecting is that from this 1 week time frame, we could see that there's a break of structure already on the 1 week time frame, but we can't see it because of the candles. Let's just switch this to lines, and you could see it here. So here now, what I'm expecting is that I expect price to come back for the discount levels. To come back for the discount level, that's price to tap the 0.5 level of the fib and to continue buying to the upside. We could see that from this last week, this week candle here that closed, it's happened in regards to like the other time that we had this break of structure here and the FVG and all. And if we should mark this now from the low here towards the point that price broke structure, we would see price came back and tapped into that 0.5, and you could see it tapped into back into the 0.5, whereby it gave us buying opportunities from last week, and that's what it delivered very beautifully. So if now we should go back to like from 1 week now, we switch down to daily time frame, what do we see? We are welcome with a beautiful FVG, and looking at this FVG now, we could see that the FVG is matching with the with that 0.5 level. That's our discount level. If I should mark from this point to this point here, is actually tapping around the FVG level on the daily chart. And if you look at it clearly, you could see that within this FVG there's also a breaker block. We could see the break of structure, price coming back, tapping into the levels, but price broke it. So what I expect to see is that I expect to see us like price falling and tapping like the midpoint of this FVG, the midpoint of this FVG. Because if we should now go back to like 4 hours, we'll see everything adding up. On 4 hour time frame, what do we see? We still see this break of structure. We could still see how price came back here for discount levels, picked on buys, took out this high here, broke structure, came back for others in the premium level, and so beautifully. We could see how this level towards that midpoint of this daily FPG, we could see the reactions that happened here. Because if you look closely, you would see this FVG here too. That was happening by the time. You see even before price broke through these levels, price still respected it and gave up the upward movement. I would still see it left as the FVG sitting around this level to again. You understand? So what I expect is I expect to see price coming back, tapping into this FVG level before we continue chasing for more highs. And for me, I'm targeting like 3,300 to like 35, because like gold is actually on fire right now. Gold is actually on fire. So if I should sound like 1 hour time frame now, what do we see on 1 hour? What do we see on 1 hour? We still see like stuff corresponding from the lower time frame. We could even see that from here now, right tapped, came back, trying playing around. Next thing, what do we see? Price broke through this power FVG, and it left us with a break of structure. This break of structure, what do you see? You see that price is yet to tap into the discount level. But sometimes price doesn't actually usually tap into it, but we could see all of that. That price is yet to tap into that level, and that's like the best levels to like get our buying opportunities and all. And it's tallying from what we have checked from weekly time frame down now to daily time frame. So if I take this out now, and let's say we switch down to 45 minutes. 45 minutes, looking like 1 hour. Switch down to 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, if we should look closely to what happened here, we could see that with the towards Thursday to Friday, price left a little gap here, which I expect that price will definitely feel, because this the tip of this daily FVG is Friday to whereby there's liquidity sitting down there. So if I should come back to 15 minutes, this is like part of our trades that we took on Friday with VIP and the whole family in the channel too. You could notice that on 15 minutes we have this FVG system there, and we could see how price was like price tapped into this FVG, break of structure, that FVG, but then looking at here, we could see another break of structure to the upside with our OB left here, and we could see how price came into this FVG and started to like rejecting, but we could see like the first rejection was so good, but then left some type of indecision, and price went in deeper, wicked out, came back and gave a full body break. Remember, when flipping all these FVGs, you need to be full body break, give a full body break, picked orders and kept on buying. And after that, it started to like form a trend line. If I just come back to like 5 minutes, you would see it clearly. You could see how it was forming it, and you could see here after price broke to this FVG here to its an inversion, you could still see price left another FVG here, which was properly expected, which we took our bias from, and it delivered properly to the upside, and you could see price kept on moving on this FVG level and all. So summary of what I'm expecting is that with all of these things that have happened and the need for the retracement, like how we've spoken about extensively now, you could see price now came here tapping into this resistance level. There's an FVG here tapping into this resistance level. I could see first that price pushed down lower and all, and then price still came back, took out this high. So what I'm expecting to say is that most likely price with the Asian session from that Sunday night to Monday, we could see a break through this FVG, price coming back and tapping into it, and we could see price taking out previous week high, and then around this region we could see a pullback that most likely will break the trend line, and once it breaks it, also break the FVG, we could start to see we get our confirmation to take sales to the downside, which whereby our sales could go as low as this level, as the tip of this daily FVG, and if we could go as low as the midpoint where we are looking for our buying opportunities, well, it's quite decent though, from this point down to the tip of the FVG. So most likely we could see this happening, take our previous week high for liquidity, break through the trend line, retest the FVG, and which will in turn like correlate with tapping the trend line that it broke, and then pushing downwards the downside. But then that Asian session, usually that weekly open Asian session usually comes with crazy volatility lately these days. So we could even see price pushing as high as maybe 3,270, 3,300 or 3,350 before we could even consider if all of this is going to happen. But most likely this is what I expect to see price doing. So it could happen like this, and then at the same time price could still respect this FVG level and break through up before it breaks through the trend line, and when it breaks through the trend line, use this low, and then we could get our short to the downside, down as much as that. If we look closely, if I switch down to 1 minute, then for now, switch down to 1 minute, you could also see this FVG here that price is just rejecting from, and another FVG now most likely strengthening, going to this guy only with full body, and we see this little gap here, also calling price breakthrough, tap, feel all this level and go like very, very possible. And why I even say the whole taking out previous week high is very possible. We could see, if I should come out like 5 minutes, we could see that okay, price took out this low. We could see break of structure, price came back, took out this low, came back to these levels, which is the premium levels. Check, you could see premium levels. Price came back to premium level, and what are we expecting after this new break of structure? Price break here, continuation, take out this low, chase this low, but no, couldn't do that. Let's come at 15 minutes. What do you see? You could see the same thing, price coming here, tapping into this level. What you expect? Take out this low, but then you could see already it closed above this guy, which is a break of structure. Next thing, test and probably push up higher to take our previous week high before we start to get more considerations or anything. So most likely, if this happens, if the whole continuation take out this guy and then break happen, we would most likely start to get our selling opportunities from the weekly previous week high. Start get our opportunity somewhere there with confirmation, should get our opportunities from around that side and start to take our shot towards this level, which should give us about a solid 7 hours to 8 hour trade. You could see this is up to 13, depending on the risks though. Depending on the risks though, it should give us something very, very level than good. And if we can't get it here, we could actually wait for the break towards this side and tap into the trend line, which also, if we should risk properly and everything right, we should also get another 6 to 7. You could say it's 6 to 7 trade. So basically that's what I'm watching out for in this new week. So I hope this actually helps anybody here. At least this should actually go a long way so that we could have a general idea towards what could happen this week, towards what would happen this week. And even if I drop this trade or I don't, you should have the whole idea of what could possibly happen. I know, but then we need to just stay sharp, and regardless of anything, whether this plan works out or not, what we start to see from the new week or what we get to see, if it ties with our plan, we keep on shooting. But if it doesn't, we react to whatever price gives us. So I hope this video goes along with everybody and is quite clear to everybody, and I really, really appreciate feedback too in regards to all of this, so we could know how we could make it more better and all for everybody. And I highly recommend, for those that are not members of the VIP group yet, if you're opportune, you could join up. Don't you, like last week we made lots of peeps, lots and lots of people, great calls and like risk management levels to protect us and all. So thank you very much. Thank you very much everybody, and we'll see you in the next one hopefully. So take care guys.